Julia Tyler was one of the most controversial first ladies of all time, and you've probably never heard of her. She was born Julia Gardner on May 4th, 1820, on Gardner's Island in New York to a wealthy and influential family. Her dazzling personality and captivating beauty quickly earned her the nickname the Rose of Long Island. This was also the nickname used to identify her in an 1839 department store advertisement next to an unknown man. At the time, it was considered wildly inappropriate for a well-bred young lady to model for a newspaper advertisement, and it shocked polite society. The scandal caused her family to quickly leave for Europe to avoid further damage to their reputation. Upon their return to America, Julia and her sister Margaret attracted the attention of many high-profile suitors, including royalty. They had so many suitors that their father had to rent an extra room in order to entertain them all. The fact that she was a known flirt and explicitly told potential suitors that she was interested in them added to her scandalous reputation and mortified her parents. And one of the men whose head she turned was President John Tyler. She first met him at a White House reception in 1842, but she was more interested in his son, John Tyler Jr. They started a flirtation despite the fact that he was married, and it escalated to the point where he planned to divorce his wife to be with her. Little did he know that Julia would end up with his father. After the death of his first wife, President Tyler made it clear that he wanted to be with Julia. However, he was 30 years older than her, and she was not attracted to him. But that did not dissuade him. He first proposed in 1843 when she was 22 years old, and she refused him. She also refused his next few proposals. However, things changed when her father passed away in an accidental ship explosion. President Tyler was there for her during her grieving, and due to his support and kindness, she eventually agreed to marry him. Julia and President Tyler eloped in secret with a small ceremony. When the marriage was announced to the public, it was met with extreme controversy. To put this in perspective, Julia was 24 and the president was 54 when they married. He was 9 years older than her mother, and she was 5 years younger than his oldest daughter. The wedding was also less than 2 years after the death of his first wife. His children were not happy about the marriage, and Julia had a tense relationship with them. Together, Julia and President Tyler had 7 children together and remained married until his death. One of their sons also married his second wife and had children later in life, so due to that, they have a grandchild who is still alive today. Think about that. John Tyler was born in 1790, and his grandson is still alive over 2 centuries later. That is absolutely wild. So what did you think about this controversial first lady? Let me know.